share real experiences that bring out the humor and motivations of regular day-to-day life. You're tuned in to Makeshift Motivation. Fill your cup with us on Facebook Live every Monday. Here are your hosts, Tammy Whistle-Hubbard and Ashley Valdez.
Hello, everybody. It's us again, your Makeshift Motivation team. We are excited about today's episode, y'all. But before we get to that, we wanted to share with you Makeshift news. It's like real news, only not so much.
Yeah,
Now,
not really.
Forgive me for looking off on the side, but I couldn't get this thing to print, so I got to look at my other monitor while I'm talking to you guys.
It's Makeshift. We're good.
We're making do. Okay, I'm just happy to have internet, so we're not going to complain. So, in today's episode of Makeshift News, woman in hysterics over creative way guy attempts to contact her after she blocked him.
No.
Now, this may be something that you've seen on TikTok because Caitlin did post this on TikTok to explain what happened when the person she was dating realized that she had blocked him. And now everyone is begging her to get back with him. So listen to what happened. She found out that the boy she was dating was also talking to a very close friend of hers.
Huh.
So that was a no-no for her. She blocked him. He's done.
Smart girl.
You would think. But she was still watching movies on his Netflix account.
Ah.
Low key, as they say. Which I gotta tell you, Caitlin, I think that's in poor taste. But okay, it's Netflix. We're in a pandemic. All right, I got you. So he knew she was watching movies on his Netflix account.
Mm-hmm.
So when she stopped replying to his messages, he changed the username and passwords on his Netflix account. So what he did is he changed the usernames on his profiles.
Yeah.
So like, when you go to Netflix, like on ours, it says Amanda and it says Mom and it says Rod. Okay. So he changed his names to read, you guys, you got to give him credit for creativity. That's for sure. I want to say it correctly. So I want to find the exact spot where it says what he did. So he changed the usernames to read, please unblock me. I gotta give him props because I agree. That was very creative. I never would have thought of that.
Oh my God.
So she even showed it on her TikTok video where it says, please unblock me. And Caitlin admitted that she asked, is it wrong that I'm kind of impressed? No, honey, you should definitely be impressed. Okay. He wasn't even mean. He was just like, hey, I still want to talk to you,
Please unblock me.
Now, here's the thing. Get this. Her video has been liked more than 612,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
And she received almost 7,000 comments. Y'all, it might be makeshift, but that's some serious attention right there.
Man. People would kill for that much viral attention.
No doubt. Girl, I'd go crazy if that happened to us. Can you imagine? I'd be losing my mind. So now, a bunch of people were telling her to unblock him and all of that. So as of now, we don't have an update as to whether or not unblocked him. That's pretty funny, actually.
That's awesome.
So that, my friends, is makeshift news. Like real news, only not so much.
Dang.
Yes, that's an interesting way to start the day because we're going to talk about goals and dreams.
Yes, yes, yes. This is our part two where we continue with our big dream having selves,
Yes,
or working our way up to being big dreamers and setting the goals to get us
yes,
to the ultimate goal, if I may. So
yes.
we're going to be going in on vision boards, also known as dream boards. And I know Tia Tammy has learned a lot and is really excited to go in on this episode. So I'll just let you take it away.
I have, you know what? I am excited about it because I'm going to tell you what happened. I actually saw a post on Facebook in one of the networking groups that I'm in, and it was somebody talking about their dream board, their vision board, and I was like, wait a minute! And all these people were commenting. I was like, I don't have a dream board. I didn't even like. I mean, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know it was like a thing I should do. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't. I just had never really thought about it before.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? I think I should have a dream board, a vision board that's kind of going to be a physical representation of these dreams and goals that are in my head. It's going to be something that I can add to or delete from as life changes and things change in your life and your goals and your dreams change.
Mhm.
So too can your dream board and vision board. So today that house might be important, but tomorrow, not so much, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Or when you get the house, you take it off the board.
right, exactly. So I did a little bit of, Google searching and a little bit of deep diving to find out a little bit more about creating this vision board because I do consider myself to be a fairly creative person. But I have to say, I was really at a loss. And that's why I think I said I don't dream big dreams because when I started thinking about this vision board, it didn't
Mhm.
seem like I had anything that was big enough that
Mm.
it qualified in my brain anyway as a big dream.
Yeah. It's
But
not
now
something
that
that people just think about usually. So,
right, exactly, exactly. So it took a lot of thinking and self reflection and all of that kind of stuff.
nice.
But I do have dreams and goals, and I do have some that are big dreams and goals. So it was a really awesome process. And for anybody that does not have a dream board or a vision board, I would really encourage you to go get one and make one. I mean, it doesn't take anything more than a piece of poster board if you want, or you can just put pictures up on the wall, whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
whatever is a physical representation of those goals and dreams that you have. And you can even put pictures and words that represent the steps you'll take to get to those dreams and goals. And then your dream board rather becomes your goal board because it's got representations of your plan to make it to your dreams.
Yes. That's
So
solid.
I know, right? I mean, go figure. The girl who's all about the goal setting and the making the plan to reach the goal doesn't think she has big dreams. And then when she starts thinking about it, well, wait a second. Maybe I do.
Maybe you
Maybe
too.
I do. Yeah.
Hmm.
So tell me a little bit, Ash, about because you've done this a long time ago. You created your vision board or your dream board.
I've made a few.
Have you? Okay, so you've done it more than once.
Yeah. Like you said, things change, goals change, life comes at you different sometimes. A dream board before I had kids looks a lot different than a dream board now, for
Exactly.
example. So, so, yeah, it ebbs and flows with the way life ebbs and flows and with the things that you want or aspire for yourself or your family to obtain. That is your vision
Right. And
in
I
paper, like in front of you, so that you can always kind of spark your fire and remember what you want and not settle for just being stuck where you are. That makes sense.
Right, exactly. And I think that was why in the beginning I really struggled a little bit, was because it took me a little bit of research to realize that, okay, just because I put this up on this board, it doesn't mean that I am locked into that. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't mean that I have to decide my whole entire future and put it up on this board and leave it there forever and ever. I can change it if I
Yeah.
want to. So once I realized that, I was like, oh, all right, well, now we can go all in, you know. So that kind of relaxed me a little bit, and it helped me to get a little bit more creative with my thinking and with my dreaming. I mean, I'm 55 years old, so my dreams are going to be considered. No, I'm 54 years old. I have a birthday coming soon. So I just said the other day, oh my God, I'm going to be double nickels pretty soon. I'll be 55. So I guess that number was in my head. And as soon as it was out of my mouth, I was like, oh, no, no,
No, wait a minute, wait a
no.
minute, wait a minute. We're not there yet. Hold on, hold on. I got a little time.
I was rushing it. My dad would call that wishing my life away.
My goodness.
So, you know, I'm 54, so obviously my dream board is going to look a little bit different than Ashley's. Obviously, she's got young children. My kids are already grown. You know, I'm practically old enough to be a grandma, for God's sakes.
You are. Forgive the bluntness, but it true. It true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But even at that was the other thing I think in the beginning that was a little bit harder for me because I am a little bit older. And I thought, you know, should my dreams be like a retirement home, a vacation home, like a nursing home? I don't
A
know. You
nursing home.
know,
Oh my god. Oh my
but
god.
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
older. What do I want? You know, I have a home. I have, you know, a husband I love. My kids are grown. I've done my job there. I, you know, drive the car I want. So what do I want? What are my dreams? What are my goals? Well, crap, I don't know. I was just thinking about getting up today, you know? So
Yes.
it was a little bit harder for me because those, or at least I thought it was harder for me because those kind of things, those kind of material things are
Mhm.
not really like what gets me going. You
Mhm.
know, it doesn't get me moving like it
Gotcha.
used to, like it used to. So
Yep.
then I started thinking, okay, I need to flip the switch a little bit and think about what how I want to live the rest of my life and what I want
Yes.
in my life for the rest of my life. So when I started thinking about that, that's when, okay, now we're moving along. Now I can see where I can build this vision and I can make a physical representation of that and got it done.
And now you have it.
And
That's
now I
so
have
cool.
it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Ew.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing because you know it sits on it leans up against the wall in my office, and everybody keeps saying, "When are you going to hang that up?" And I'm like, "Don't touch my dreams." You know,
I
keep your
love that.
paws off of my dreams. Those are my
Yeah.
dreams.
Hmm.
So I wanted to share it really quick. Is it okay if I share it with everybody, Ash?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm like
Okay.
here. I'm ready. Look at I'm glued. Let's go.
Okay. So I
It's
guess
so
I don't have to
pretty.
show. Okay.
We'll okay.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
All
I got
right,
it.
yep.
Okay. So here's the
Hey.
thing. I thought, what is the most? I was reading online and I saw where I'm a very organized person. Okay. So
I see that.
the thought of creating this big, ugly collage that I had to look at every day truly gave me anxiety. I'm not going to lie. That really, really, like, I don't want that. So then when I started looking at the different templates and stuff online, I was like, okay, I can do this in a way that makes me happy, that
Yeah.
fits for me,
Mhm.
and it's still going to be that representation of those dreams and goals. So, the first and foremost and most top important thing to me for living the rest of my life the way I want to live it is my health. My health is my wealth. That
Cool.
is the most important thing to me, is to stay as healthy as I can, as long as I can, and not be a burden to anybody before I need to be. Like when I'm 95, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm going to be high maintenance, no doubt about it. But when I'm 70, oh, no, no, no. I'm going to be like my mom. I'm going to be going and going and going. And my dad, full of energy and piss and vinegar, as my grandma would say. And, so that in my vision is what I see, and the way I want to live the rest of my life is to be as healthy as I possibly can be. And
Amen.
I chose this picture of myself because I thought that in this picture I look healthy. And this was just a couple of weeks ago. So I liked the picture, and I put the picture of the shoes and the walking because that's my favorite exercise, because it, calms me, and I can listen to my motivational stuff, or I can listen to music or whatever. So that is how I planned for the top of my board.
Mhm.
And then on the second part of my board, which is right here, you can't see it, but I had written, find those who lift you up. We have talked about our inner circle and the people that are most important to us, and our friends and sometimes family members, and how we have to say farewell to those people because they don't lift us up any longer.
Mhm.
So the way I want to live the rest of my life is seeking out those who do lift me up. So that's what this represents, is finding those people that are my people. You
I
know what I
love that.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in this part, this is my husband on his birthday. He's got his little birthday hat on.
The
And
IT
that's
man.
right, the IT man. So that's the thing with this part is, family and relationships, and that's, you
Yes.
know, my also most important relationship is my husband, and the things that we want. He loves Vegas, and it was funny because when I put the Vegas picture on here, and he came in and looked at my board when it was all done, he said, "But you don't even like Vegas." And I said, "That's okay. You like Vegas." So that's
Aw.
on my board, is to pay for us to go to Vegas at least one more time.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture of a camper and this really beautiful spot where I would like that camper to be.
Yeah, it is.
And the dollar sign is for all of the money that it's going to cost to get to get
Fair
all of
enough.
those things. Okay, which leads to the third part of the board, which is makeshift motivation. Obviously, you can see our first book
Ew.
cover is there. Our affirmation stickers are there. There's a lot of stuff here that talks about our podcast. And then there's also
It's
um,
fantastic.
for my company, for AdWiz, and for my company, my goal is in the first 5 years to be a $250,000 distributor,
Nice.
um, which is a lofty goal, I think, for somebody who's just starting out and really doesn't have a reputation yet in the business for myself. But I'm working on that and building toward that. And so that's my vision board.
That was awesome. I love how it's definitely fitting for you. Very organized. You can tell a lot about you by looking at the vision board.
Yeah.
Like seriously, and that's another cool little thing about doing vision boards is that you make them how you want to make
Yeah.
them, what makes you comfortable, what makes you like to look at it. So I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was one of the big things for me when I first started thinking about doing it was, oh my God, I can't even imagine looking at this big collage thing on the wall.
Yeah, I don't want to see a mess on the wall.
Totally gave me anxiety. So I
Oh
said,
no.
okay. Then as I started researching, I found, different templates and stuff that really seemed to like speak to me. And then
It's
I
awesome.
did change it up a little bit because it's more of a way I want to live my life as
Yeah.
opposed to actual physical, I guess the trip to Vegas and all of that could be considered, like monetary things, but the rest of it is more emotional type stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Very
what kind
cool.
of stuff's on your board?
So my board is a little bit different. I have a section, my board is on two parts of my wall up here, and it's not completely done yet, so I'm not going to show it yet, but I will post a picture for everyone to see when it is all done, so don't worry about it.
Awesome.
make
Awesome.
sure
I can't
you're
wait.
make sure you're a part of Makeshift Motivation fan page, because
Yeah.
that's where that'll be. Join that group. So I have one part that is specifically what I want this year. And so that says debt free, and it has a really stupid number on there of the debt that I owe so that I can look at it and work on it. It says you can't have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes, because that's me, y'all. I mean, we just talked about this. My dreams are out there and they need a lot, so I got to put in that work to match. Um I have a couple affirmations like all over the place. One of them, my favorite one that I write every single morning on the daily journal page from makeshiftmotivation.com, just saying, is my future is greater than my past, my excuses, and my problems. And then I also have up there abundances of life flow freely toward me. Those
Nice.
are like two affirmations. I see them every single day and I love them. And then I have dream, believe, achieve. And this is just my stuff for this year, sort of. And it says the focus points for this year are pay down debt, increase credit, and increase the savings account. Why? Because my goal this year is to buy our first house. Does it?
Nice.
It's not the $1 million one, just our first house, so we can have some space, so the kids can have a yard, so that I don't have to feel like we're all cramped in here and stuck in here all the time.
Right.
Um, and so underneath that, it's basically my roadmap to how that's going to happen. So it says mom is my biggest rank, because we know that doing MLMs, they go by ranks. But mom is my biggest rank, and that is my biggest reason. Everything I do is for my kids. And so it says build, you are a consistent provider. And then I just basically say, continuing increasing income, continue sales drives, continue building relationships, continue setting money aside for savings, continue paying down credit, paying down debt on time. And then I have my goal for what my savings account ideally I would like it to look like. And specifically make it a ritual of bringing in at least $800 a week, which sounds like a lot to some people, and it sounds like a lot to me. So it's fine, we'll get there. Um, and under that, it says you will, with will underlined, have a spacious home before 2022. And then I have a little picture there of like the Fort Myers Cape Coral area, because that's where I would like to go to for my first home. And then we move on to the overall life goals, which is where I'm not done yet, because all the pictures aren't up there yet, because this is where it gets crazy. Because I would like not only my $1 million house, but I would like a couple other vacation homes scattered around places. I would also like to release my first music album I have a picture of like the view from a stage with an audience, to represent that one big one. Um, I have pictures of the kids, pictures of the family, and another thing up there that says the only thing that can stop you is you. And I have a picture of the kids. Next to it is verse Philippians 1:3, which is I give thanks to my God every time I think of you. And then it says, is your why stronger than your fears and excuses?
Ah,
And then, so yeah, I'm still building that part up. I'm still putting up all the things that I want. Like I need, definitely along the line, we need newer, safer, more reliable cars for the children and the family. Um, I'm not sure if I want to say this part, but I will. But I know that like if someone like my mom hears this episode, she's gonna be mad at me. But I would like to have at least one more child at some point in my life. So that's so dear. I know. Doesn't that sound like the scariest dream I've ever
well, you
had?
just had twins. I would never get pregnant again just out of fear because you know God's funny, right?
I mean, I liked it more than I expected. So I mean, whatever. It'll be what it'll be. He wouldn't give me more than I can handle. So,
I don't know. I think sometimes he likes playing with us, but yeah, you're right.
so multiple places to visit. I would love to be able to take a couple family trips a year. Disney is up there all the time because Disney's my favorite, and actually our favorite vacation ever has been to Key West. So I think one of those properties that I would like to have might be a little something in the Keys.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the breakdown of my vision board. I have my goals for this year, and then my bigger like life vision on the other side.
Yeah, see, I like the idea of doing that, of setting a spot that is goals for this year. And I may have to redo and rethink here because, yeah, goals for this year. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I need to print out our book cover and put it up there
Yeah, I gotta send it
on
to you.
this
I
side.
forgot. I did that on
Yeah.
camera all by myself because I'm really smart that way.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's our dream board, y'all. That's what they look like. And I would encourage anybody that hasn't built one, give it a shot. Because really, after you get into it, it is a little hard to stop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I fix mine up pretty much on a yearly basis. I add to it, I take some stuff down, I switch things up, you know. Like I
Yeah,
said, it ebbs and flows with life. So it's a fun thing, and it's really great to kind of keep you on track and keep you motivated
yeah,
on your
I
own.
think so. I think so. So don't be afraid to dream those big dreams, y'all. And you know what? Don't be afraid to make a plan and set a goal to accomplish those big dreams. And if sometimes life gets in the way and you don't exactly accomplish those dreams, that's okay too. That's okay.
Absolutely. Hmm.
And life is like a river; it's ever flowing. So your dreams and your goals are going to change. They're always going to shift, and you know it's okay to shift them around a little bit here and
Yeah.
there. But
You pivot with it. Pivot with it. Just pivot. Don't change the dream, change the plan. Ow!
an Ashleyism. So thanks everybody for joining us for our dream board episode. Y'all are awesome. We really appreciate it. We would love to see pictures if any of you have created your
Yes.
own dream board and you would like to share it with us. Please feel free to do so.
Yes.
I know there's a couple of different schools of thought as to whether or not you should share the dreams on your dream board. And the answer from Tammy on that one is you can share your dreams on your dream board, but just be careful who you share your dreams with because not everybody has your best interest at heart.
Yep.
So
Refer to part one.
share with those who lift you up. That's part of my dream board is to surround myself with people who lift me up and only lift me up.
Yes.
So that's the story there. And it's a wrap. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great day and a fabulous week. And go out there and do something nice for somebody because that makes you feel really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye-bye.